Okay, so it's probably ill-advised to go into this as having not thought at all about what I'm going to say this morning, but we had this 4-hour stream last night where basically I was slandered and lied about for 4 hours. I've watched, I think I watched an hour of it so far. I'm probably going to have to look over it for the rest of the lies that they told. And there's just, it's just basically a smear campaign against me because, number one, I'm going after their fucking precious creationism science myths, and they will turn up the heat horribly on that. I'm going after theism in general. I am more of an anti-theist this morning than I have ever been before, and I don't give a fuck about any of these people anymore. I am probably going to be far less. I wasn't exactly kind in the past. It's going to get worse and worse. They are the enemy. They are idiots. They don't know how to think. They don't know how to read a room. They don't understand humor. They don't understand the United States or art or our rights. They don't understand what women's rights are. They're the most despicable bastards in this country, these foundationalist Christians. And they showed their true colors last night, lying about me, calling me a pedophile for no fucking reason. Other than that, I won't come down on a movie that's on Netflix. That's like, it's like PG-13. Just completely uncalled for crap. And the history of this is that I went after them because of creationism and evolution and a crappy science. Good morning, Scott. And then they basically talked to me for a while and sort of like groomed me, particularly the asshole that did the video last night, and then turned on me, and started calling me speed of pudding over and over again. And so they started name calling. And so we do the Saturday Night at the Atheist thing, and we give it back to them. And we let them have it back in kind. And we let out our frustrations. And then things progressed and things got nastier and nastier. And this asshole that somehow got a fucking YouTube channel with 500 subscribers went after one atheist and Christian after another until he's left with like a little handful of people that still follow him around like fucking lapdogs. And the rest of the Christians don't even want anything to do with him. I mean, so he's created like this horrible disharmony amongst the Christians, and then he comes at the atheists with weak sauce. I mean, he has weak sauce, calling them trash clowns, trash clown, garbage, dumpster fire. He just loves the trash. I mean, he loves taking. He must like wallow around in the fucking trash. Hey, Meg. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Zell311. What a strange name. And Nathan. And anyway, so they started turning up the heat, and we turned up the heat, and then they went after a woman on YouTube, Jen, and they went after her so viciously, and they called her names and slandered her, and we defended her, and then they came back at us, and then Jen came out and did a really good, solid piece on the movie, a very thoughtful piece. She has a great channel. You should subscribe to her. She has a lot to say. And they doubled down, and then Nicholas did this scathing, stupid video about her where he acted like a total yuck, cringy, Christian, icky thing. And I was a little torn about going after him, but then he kept turning up the heat and threatening us. Smokey threatened me that I should take videos down. I mean, they kept threatening, right? Like they can control what we're going to put out as atheists against them. And so it just kept turning up. And then we came after Nicholas, and we came after him twice. And then Nicholas came after us with another stupid, cringy video that he does. He is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. I mean, he's kind of a nice guy, and he's sort of like, he's almost like a child, but some of the shit he comes up with is fucking frightening. When the brothers get together, Christian version of Leave Britney Alone. When the brothers get together and start talking about how they're going to be discernment and they're going to do all this shit to atheists, and they start talking, calling each other brother and reading biblical scholars and saying these Christian weird things to each other, I get the impression that this is a really weird little cult. And then when you listen to them, if you listen to them on their live streams, I gotta put that up. When you listen to them on their live streams late at night, you know, they get tired and they start talking about their about Trump and their about the left and how they want to basically come down on any kind of rights for the LGBTQ whatever community, anything like that. They want to come down on those people. They're just despicable. And the whole thing amounts to the Christians have a real thing about the flesh. And what they mean by the flesh is sex. I mean, they are fucking obsessed with other people's sex lives. They want to control what you do in your bedroom. They want to control what you do with you, what your wife does with her own womb. They want to control. They want to get into other people's lives constantly. And that was the whole purpose of this shitstorm they created over this movie, Cuties, on Netflix. And they managed to advertise that movie in this community more than Netflix could have ever hoped for. And there's this bullshit about it, Netflix losing $9 billion. Truth of the matter is Netflix is fine. If you look at the real numbers and what's going on and the fluctuations and stuff, this is just a little blip. By the way, Netflix bought Fargo and they're making a 4th season. So, I mean, do subscribe to Netflix. And anyway, so this whole thing developed, and then granted, we made fun of Nicholas and we laughed at his cringiness because he's cringy, right? And we do shit on Saturday Night at the Atheist, and we put up some Nathan artwork, does the most wonderful art for us, and it just pisses them off like you wouldn't believe. So, I mean, these guys are just, you know, they're out there with pitchforks and torches trying to tar and feather us, but they can't. The best they can do is to put out a 4-hour stream with an icon that calls me a pedophile. And, you know, I'm a 69-year-old man. I don't have grandkids. I've raised a daughter and sons, and I have nieces and nephews and great nieces and great nieces and nephews. And I have been a great uncle to them. And I think I've helped them with books and with education, and one of them is getting her degree in biology right now from the University of Minnesota. And it is so, I mean, to call me those kind of names is just so counter to everything I've been about in my entire life. And it just goes to show you what kind of assholes they are. You know, the other thing is, last night Smokey was saying something about me doing drugs when I raised my kids and stuff like that. And this whole misunderstanding of drug addicts and alcoholics, you know, people want to have this fucking cliche idea of what an alcoholic and a drug addict is. Well, my dad was a really bad alcoholic, and he was very abusive to me verbally and psychologically when I was a child. The truth of the matter is, my dad was also a very, very good man who worked every goddamn day of his life. He bought me, he was making $5,000 a year, and he bought me a set of Encyclopedia, what was it, Britannica, that cost him like $4,500. And he bought me books, and Christmas for us kids was the greatest, you know, and he was an alcoholic. And alcoholics, this cliche alcohol and drug abuser thing that people have in their minds is just so fucking far from the truth. Now, alcoholics like myself, who were introduced to a 12-step program for myself at 24, my daughter's, you know, got kind of until she was 6, she lived in a household where there was my dad's kind of drinking, but we took care of her. She was clothed, she was fed, she was loved. She saw some horrible shit from between me and her mother, and I was a very young man. I had her when I was 17, and that was bad. And yeah, child abuse, no, we took care of her. But psychological abuse, you fucking right. It was a horrible thing. When I was 24, I got involved in 12-step programs, and 90% of my life after that has been as a sober person active in this 12-step program, helping other addicts and alcoholics. And I have been in, my kids, my sons were raised in a sober household where there were no drugs and no alcohol. They saw me drunk once at 14. They saw a year and a half of use when they were 17 and 18. And then my last bout was pretty bad, but they were adults then. And, you hurt the ones, you hurt the people that love you. But I mean, it's nothing like this shit that Stinkey was saying about me. That's not what happened. My kids were national merit scholars, in the top of their class. They're just wonderful men. They've never drank, never smoked a cigarette, never had a drink of alcohol, not even a drink of wine, snaky, and never done a drug in their lives, and they never will. And they're 40 years old. They own a computer consulting company, and they're good men. They would never do to women or say things about women like you fucking Christians are doing online. They're far better than you will ever be. Anyway, so the reality of being an alcoholic and an addict is you go kind of in and out of I guess I can say AA because I'm not coming out as myself. But you're in and out of the program, pretty much all your life until you finally fucking figure out how to work those 12 steps and change your life, which I did 14 years ago. But all this fucking slander, I mean, really, because I'm coming after your ideas. Otangelo sent me an email this morning. Yesterday, he broke up with me. Yep, me and Otangelo are broken up now. No longer boyfriend and boyfriend. He decided he was done with me. And then I questioned him, and I said, what did I do to you? And he came back this morning, and basically he said to me, you didn't agree with me. You didn't listen to me when I said hardware and software are different. You don't believe information is immaterial, and I can no longer deal with you. And I'm like, okay, I disagree with you, so you're like not going to talk to me anymore at all, I guess. And I said, okay, that's fucking fair, Otangelo. You were the one that sat around while they slandered Jen on that stream with Stinky Snake and John Balsack, fucking Maddox, Beta Wolf asshole. You sat there and let that happen. You were complicit in that. You are just as fucking bad as them. And then at the end of this whole thing, you gave me like a Bible passage or something. I mean, what the fuck? You're not getting this whole atheism thing that we don't believe in your God. We don't find reason to go to the Bible. I mean, all of these guys every creation is standing for truth. Standing for Truth was on that fucking channel last night, just chiming in against me. I mean, he's friendly to me, but he's fucking in this chat somewhere doing his shit. And it's just amazing, some of the stuff. And then they went after not just me, but every atheist that popped in and didn't agree with him. The only atheist that agreed with him was David Neff, and he is an enigma to me. It's just, I don't know. What do we do? What do we do? So, hi, Nathan Molecular. And who else has popped in? Anyway, what do we do? We're going to keep doing content about evolution, and we're going to try to teach, and we're going to try to come back against the stupid science ideas. And on the side, I'm going to really take a long look at this, who is he? Nicholas Proclaimer, Nicholas Fittmeyer, Defamer of the Hypocrisy, or Nicholas Shitfire, Stainer of the Shitocracy. He likes to call me names. Fuck you, Nicholas. Fuck all of you. I mean, you thought I was bad before. You thought I was a bit of an anti-theist before. Well, fuck you, haven't seen anything yet. You pricks. You despicable right-wing nutcakes. Science-denying assholes. Fuck you. Anyway, guys, I think I'm done ranting for the day. I think I got it off my chest. I guess I was a little upset about last night. I think, God, why would YouTube even allow that kind of slander against a human being? Let's see. In and out of chat. Okay. Does anyone want to come in, have a chat about this, about last night, about anything? Because we could do that. What else is going on? Let's see. I think we're taking a look at that Dr. Hayes video, me and Molecular Alchemy. We have a whole lot of other stuff we're trying to get to. There's a whole bunch of Mutangelo stuff we have to go through in detail. We're going to talk more about information in biology and stuff like that. So let me copy the link here in case somebody does want to come in. Yeah, I don't understand. I guess, the viciousness turns up. We're going to turn up the heat on them. They're going to turn up the heat on us. We're going to have to put up with slandering assholes like Stinky Snake. I mean, God, that guy will say anything. He's really got issues with humanity in general. And some of the stuff I saw last night in chat and from him, Speedo Pedo, it's truly sick. I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, these guys are really upset about this movie. There were a lot of other movies that came out that they really should have been upset about, I think. But this one really caught their interest. I wonder what the hell happened. Did Netflix do this on purpose? I don't know. Not entirely sure. Nathan, you want to stop in, or I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Nathan, I'm not sure if you want to associate your artwork with us anymore. Maybe you want to do this anonymously. I think you're a target. In fact, I think your artwork has pissed him off more than anything we said. Let's see, the ages of these guys, are they older than 29? Yes. Well, not all of them. You mean, like Smokey's probably around 42, 43, something like that. Nicholas, I don't know what the hell he is. I'm not sure. I don't know. They kind of, there's a lot of young ones, and I don't know, they seem so, when you listen to them get on one of their sin wagons, like the sitter, Jen Aldrich with her red chair and her red shirt and her red pillows. I think I made the comment somewhere. Yeah, I made the comment on the video that they reviewed last night that if we put any red in your artwork, Nathan, they're really going to go fucking batshit bananas. They're going to see the devil all over the place. I mean, these guys see sin and the devil. And what they're doing is they're reading their own goddamn sick, twisted relationship with sexuality and humanity, and with material. I mean, the whole thing about Christians is that they hate the material world. They hate their lives. They hate living humans. They only want the risen ones, after they go to heaven, but they're sinners until then. They even judge little children as not only being more mutant than their parents because of genetic entropy, but they're original sinners. They have just, you just want to sin, you atheist, and all this bullshit. God, and we're all just normal people. And we have jobs and we pay our taxes and we're good neighbors. And, my Republican neighbor always chats with me out by the mailbox and we're appreciated. And then these fuckers, think we're some kind of like we're sitting around waiting to do the next sinful fleshy thing with our material universe. Like I've got this cup and I'm just rubbing it right now, thinking I just want to sin with this coffee. I think I shall take a sip. I don't know what's wrong with them. But what a dark fucking worldview. I mean, they see everything is like collapsing and going to hell, and God, it's just everywhere for them. How do they live like this? It just amazes me that they. I guess that's why they lash out so much, because they're so fucking miserable in their faith, And the thing about science and evolution, and the reason that they're creating this whole new language that they're doing real science and they're doing the new science, and they read all these papers and they're doing all this new shit. And the reason they're doing that is because their faith is genuinely fucking threatened, Nathan's here. And I mean, their faith is threatened by science. I mean, what the hell? Hey, Nathan.
How you doing?
Yeah. So were you on that entire stream last night?
I saw the entire thing.
Did he say?
I resisted. Oh, I was so pissed off.
Did he say anything? I mean, did they find anything damaging? Did they misrepresent anything that I need to correct or deal with? Or does that pretty much?
I guess Smokey's point on it was that you wasn't too outraged about the movie. You should have been outraged the same way Nicholas was outraged, and I guess that upset him. I don't know. To me, it's stupid.
So I should do a video where I clicked on the icon and it was horrible, and I have to pluck my eyes out. I could do that. And the fucking crazy thing is I think on the first Saturday night at the Atheist, I think I'd only watched 10 minutes of it. On the second one, I think I was up to an hour, and I haven't finished the movie yet. And what I did is I went to the Wikipedia and I read the synopsis, and I thought, that sounds pretty good to me. Fuck it. I approve. I don't, God, I think, when they look at that movie and they see sex abuse and all this bullshit, I think they're kind of reading a little more into it than the director wanted, them to read into it.
Exactly. I think they have a problem as well too, because like when I saw the preview, I did not get the same reaction. I did not have the same reaction as Nicholas.
There was nothing in that preview except that first shot where she was standing. I watched it again in front of the dryer, and she had tight pants on. That was it. That made them crazy. Have they never been to a beach? And
that's what I was about to say. Like they never went out. Like this, you see this stuff if you go to the mall, you go to the beach, you see that type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. And this whole Dance Moms, isn't that on like the 20th fucking season? All that shit comes from the South, and they have those beauty pageants down there, and those are all Christian fucking people. They're the ones doing this shit, and they're trying to put this on us.
Yeah,
I mean, just all that shit, and then I mean, if you watch that stuff or you look at children, and the first thing you think of is child molestation, you got a fucking problem.
You definitely have a problem. I did not get that reaction when I saw the preview. But
when I look at little kids, what I see is little fucking disease vectors.
Exactly. Headaches.
Put that disease vector back in a fucking car. Put him back in his car seat before he gets me. It's like, I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. But oh shit, PMARS? Come on. I don't think so, PMARS. I don't know. Tell me in chat what you want to say. I don't think so, PMARS. I've seen too much shit with you. Oh, in fact, were you the fucker that come on to the Rageous stream last night and made comments about the ladies who were talking about the fucking fact that they can't go anywhere without being commented, having their looks commented on? Were you the one that did that? Tell me. Because you ain't getting in my room if you did. I'm pretty sure he was the one that did it. I have to fucking check. Let's see. Where the fuck is it? I don't know. But it was in private chat, and he did something inappropriate, and the rage tossed him out, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
Something
This
like
guy's
that.
control.
I don't know. If that wasn't you, P. Mars, please tell me, because I don't want to put that on you unless it was on you. Yeah. Okay, it was you, eh? Lol, what the fuck? Okay. Fuck you. I mean, last night on the Rage, we had a pretty good conversation as a result of the movie. And, that's kind of what the director wanted to happen, is for people everywhere to start having a conversation about what we do to women as males.
Yep.
And as a culture. And if we want to be better, the place to start is for Stinky Snake not to call women whores on the internet.
Exactly. And not to look at a movie was supposed to be teaching you how to respect women as something malicious. Oh, it's
right. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe they didn't. Well, of course, look what they do to their kids, they fucking brainwash them into this bullshit and tell them they're sinners and fucking have these, what are those purity balls down south? Aren't those, isn't that a Christian thing where the fathers or the fathers take the daughters to some ball and they pledge purity to their father?
Yeah,
doesn't that sound like some medieval fucking bullshit? I mean, purity and, of course, father gets the dowry, right? He gets paid, for pimping out his daughter.
Exactly.
I'm just
telling them to the highest bidder.
Yeah, the highest bidder, right? Yeah, the man with the most cows and sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have a lot of cows and sheep. Oh, it's a Laurie. Hey, Dave, what you doing? I think you're in the stream.
Hey, what? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're a little weak.
Okay.
Okay, that doesn't mean you're weak. That means your voice. Yeah. I'm not making an ad hom attack here, because I get accused of that.
You know me, I suck at this. I'm like, I only jump on a few streams, so I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. What's going on, guys?
None of us know what the fuck we're doing. You're coming through clear right now.
Okay, good.
Did you watch Smokey's thing last night?
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I was like bouncing back and forth. I was watching Rages, and I saw most of Smokey's, because he was on the whole hour before, so obviously I caught all of that. But
yeah, we had a damn decent talk because of Mama Atheist and that Victoria that came in, and I thought they had some powerful things to say, and things that pissed me off even more.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
like I said, I jumped over to Rages because, you listen to Smokey and all it is his emotional rants, and it's just a joke,
He went after about 10 different atheists last night. He was calling Jay Flaccid, and they started the fucking name calling with me. I didn't start it, so So we're going to get better at it. We're going to get better at name calling. We're going to get better at art, right, Nathan?
Yeah. I mean, they don't leave you much choice, do they?
No, they don't. No, they have basically defined the dialogue. What they did last night with that thing, and I mean, I wasn't the only one that they slandered, but they came directly at me with the icon for that show, and what they did was slander. It was libel. It was I don't understand what else they could do to me other than to drive over here and try to shoot me.
Yeah.
I mean, they've taken their very best shot, so now I'm a fucking veteran. I know the Rage went through this shit. They went after his kids and I mean, well, they went. Smokey tried to go after my kids by saying I was a drug addict, and I don't know, that they were raised in a drug environment or something, which is not the fucking truth. So
I know, how ridiculous is it that they would go that far? Like,
Yeah.
And they're
it's just
supposed to be
unbelievable.
Christians.
Yeah, that's what makes you sick to your stomach when you see how they behave.
Well,
Yeah.
they justify it because you know, I guess in the same way that we justify going after them is that they have a political agenda, and their political agenda is to control what you do in your home and with your morality. They
Right.
want morality to be a law, and they're really after that. And
Yep.
But it's a
how many of
good-
these fucking foundationalists are there? I wonder. I'd heard as much as 30 million in this country. That's 10%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One thing I wanted to bring up is I find it funny. I'm sure lots of people have noticed is every single one of these guys, they all, anytime they get triggered or they get upset, like remember the other night during the debate on modern day debates, you had Mad X and you know, Praise, and you know, you can name off all of these guys, and whenever they get triggered, they start, you know, insulting people, right? And it's so funny how they, each one of them, if you listen to what they say when they start insulting somebody, it's like they're talking about themselves, which is I think is a typical thing for people to do. But it's so obvious with those guys, like Mad X. You know, he's calls everybody an idiot, and he has to be the biggest idiot out of all of them, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to, you know, Praise. Praise was his big thing was what the hell was he? Now I'm trying to remember what all of them. Each one of them has a different thing.
Yeah, we don't have a basis for our morality, so we have no meaning in our life. And atheists have nothing to base. I think at one point he said that he didn't understand why atheists got up in the morning. It's like, well,
yeah. Praise's thing was logical absurdity. Like that was his thing. He always says that, and it's so funny. You know, he likes to talk about you know, philosophy and logic, and that's his. If you listen to him, anytime he insults somebody, it's always, you know, all atheists are completely illogical, or they're, you know, completely absurd, or whatever. He always uses those terms, and it's so funny how they like project themselves into their insults. It's and then Smokey always talking about emotions. Oh, I don't care about your feelings. You're so emotional, and he's the biggest emotional, you know, basket case on the internet. You know,
exactly.
It's funny.
Yep. That smoke behind Smokey.
Yeah.
That's his biscuits burning.
Oh, that's a good
He
one.
finally figured it out.
Yeah.
He left the biscuits in the oven. They go rant on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, but there was a common theme, like Maddox. What the hell is it? Oh God, I kind of lost my train of thought on this. Praise has that precept thing, and their understanding of science is so fucking weak, and they think they know the science because they've learned this like top level jargon. You know, they've learned part of it at the top, but they don't know the inner part, so they don't realize how stupid they are. Or like Maddox was saying something about quantum mechanics and respiration or some fucking thing, and I'm gonna look at that in detail, but there's just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. But there's this God, I'll have to let it go for a moment until I remember what the hell the thread. There's a thread that runs through them and Ortangelo and all the others, and it's kind of interesting. But I forgot what the fuck the thread is.
Yeah,
I lost the thread. That's okay. Anyway, I'm old and irrelevant, right, according to them, and I haven't read my books.
yeah. Maddox, he was awful in that debate. Like he was so flustered. He couldn't, you know, he was completely lost. He didn't know what to say half the time.
Didn't he look pissed the whole time? I mean, he looked pissed.
Yeah.
I don't think he smiled once.
Yeah, well, right off the bat, you know, I was actually talking to my wife before the thing starts, and I'm like, okay, I'd be curious to see how he behaves if he starts throwing insults at, you know, technically two women, you know, see I was wondering how his behavior would be, and sure enough, he starts throwing the crap, calling everybody an idiot, you don't understand, and all that. Yeah.
Hey
What a
guys,
joke.
This question, all
I-
kinds.
guys, I gotta mute myself for about 3 minutes. My ex has a sick cat that I have to figure out what we're gonna do with. So can you just chat amongst yourself for 3 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So how are you, Nathan? I don't really know. We haven't really had a chance to talk.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just here relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really, really new to this. I've been a long time listener, but not really much of participating in any of these chats or anything. I'm just kind of starting to jump into stuff. I've been talking to Speed quite a bit, but
We're in the
about it.
same boat. I'm the same,
Yeah.
same as well.
yeah, I'll actually I'd like to get into a little chat with, maybe a few more guys about, I'm trying to find my little niche. Like, where the hell do I belong amongst this mess? All this emotional crap is just a joke, all the fighting back and forth. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, do I really even want to? I don't even want to be involved in that crap, So,
Yeah, it's because once you jump in, you become a target in some type of way.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Once you start making, I made a couple of comments and to Smokey, and oh my God, he jumps all over that.
Yeah.
It was funny
Yeah,
the other day.
I've
Go ahead.
got the whole comment stream here, by the way, for the whole
Yeah.
4 hours. So.
Yeah.
If you guys are interested in anything, if there's anything we should call out, but
David Neff. I'm disappointed in that guy. I don't know if
no, what the hell?
It
was like he was.
trying to get. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he is a real enigma to me. I'd kind of like talk to the guy and find out, what are you up to exactly?
Yeah, like
He kind of licking.
Yeah, he seems to have flipped sides almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling he's gonna be the next one to come out as a Christian here pretty quick. The way things are going, pretty bizarre. I don't know.
he made a comment last night, and he was like, "See, Smokey, at least I'm honest." I was like, "What?"
I saw one of your comments. So, Nicholas, you literally said nothing.
Yeah.
And one of our other friends came in as an alias. I'm not going to give it away, but there was an alias in there. Oh my God. Yeah, I came on a few times just to kind of, fucking say something. Like at the beginning, I said, I'm not sure, but I think you're doing something illegal here.
Yeah. It was kind of questionable, right?
I mean, if I wanted to drop 10, 20 grand, I could make Smokey drop 10, 20 grand to defend himself.
Facts.
Right. Yep.
But I don't really want to drop 10, 20 grand. My ex's cat is going to be $850 fucking dollars just to look at the cat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Kitty's pretty sick, and we got to take care of him. So anyway,
And then Gavin, of course, he's a beauty. He's another one. Gavin. Oh God.
Yeah.
That guy's whacked out of his skull.
Yeah.
Matt Bond. What is it? Is it
He's another one. The same thing.
He's another one. Yeah.
Ian has a name for Gavin. There's something like an Aussie hillbilly or something like that, or one of those whacked out crazy guys that I saw in South Carolina. The guys with the pickup trucks and the guns in the back, and no team,
like one of those.
chewing tobacco, shit like that. Oh, fuck it. I don't know.
He's another one that's always calling atheists. He calls atheists dishonest. And like I said, each one of them has their own thing that they constantly say. And he's dishonest. He's constantly coming up with all his numbers on how Christians are better than atheists and all these
Oh
different
yeah.
categories that he comes up
So-
with, and all of it is crap. None of it is true, obviously. And he's, and then he calls atheists dishonest. Like, it's so
like
funny.
the atheist suicide rate or something like that he talks about, and it's like I
Yeah,
think 13% of the U.S. identifies as atheist, and I
Yeah.
don't know. I've never looked into his numbers, but I'm pretty sure they're bullshit. And it's
oh,
like,
they are absolutely. Yeah. No atheist has ever won a Nobel Prize, and all these. That's another one of his numbers that he comes out with.
yeah, well, mostly, I think, what is it? Israelis, Jewish people have won more Nobel Prizes, like by this extremely high. I'm not sure if I got that right, but I think that's true. That they have
Yeah, that is right. Yeah, I
like
think that is
80%
true.
or some fucking thing. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, they get all the Nobel Prizes. They get all the love. Anyway,
All the good stuff.
so what the hell are we gonna do, guys? What are we gonna do next? I guess we're gonna keep doing what the fuck we do. We're not gonna be shut down or censored by this bullshit. I'm pretty sure. I don't really give a shit about Stinky and his channel. I probably should pay less attention to it. He's taking his best shot at me that he's ever gonna get. So I don't really need to think about him anymore. More worried about Otangelo and Maddox and the Brain Trust.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I got a bone with Nicholas, man. I got him to. He cursed me out last night. I was shocked.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I gotta find that. He actually swore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like he was playing my tape. I watched that little comeback video. I just found that comeback video that he did this morning,
Mhm.
and I didn't realize he had done one. But anyway, I was saying fuck and all that stuff. And one really good reason why I want to say fuck is that they don't listen or they don't play me back, right? But he played it and he says there's cursing, and I won't repeat the cursing, but you're saying that he cursed. I mean, it's like, and he's talking about. I had one little clip where he was talking about. I don't know, something about cursing doesn't help or something like that, but it does, because the right side of your brain is where swearing and emotive speech comes from, and the left side of your brain is where rational, logical speech comes from. And there are people who have damage on the right side of their brain who I think, they cannot swear. They can't swear. They don't know how. And then there are people that have damage in the language areas on the left side of your brain who can only swear. That's all they can do. Like when I was growing up, we had this neighbor, and they had this mentally challenged nephew who was about 30-some years old, and their barn burned down, and I was sitting in a car with him, and that's all he was doing was that fuck, goddamn fuck. And they told me he couldn't do anything but swear, which I thought, that's unique. But then I heard from V.S. Ramachandran that there are people who cannot swear and cannot do emotive speech. They'll sound just like Nicholas, kind of, like whacked out, and like that. Oh no, Nicholas does emote, does he? So Maddox, maybe. I don't. Maddox is kind of like monotonic. He's only got one emotion, and that's condescending.
Yeah, that is true. That's definitely true.
There was a guy on Modern Day Debate that I got to find the chat. He said Maddox has the face I'd most like to hit with a baseball bat, and that describes that man to the T.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Well, Nathan, you can rest assured that that Nicholas was not mad at you, because he said so himself, that he only gets mad for about 1 second a year.
Yeah, 1 second a year. So
yeah, so he really wasn't mad at you. So
I was teasing him on that part when he was talking about I got angry and all this other stuff.
oh, you did tease him on that? I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Let me just look here at column name. I could sort by Nicholas and find everything he said. Oh my God, he's way down at the end. Oh God, this was a long stream. Jesus Christ. forget where's Nicholas's stuff.
Yeah, I think it was 3 hours or something.
Yeah, he's calling me creep of proud depravity, so I decided to come up with some names with him. Dickless Shatmeyer, hater of humanity. Where are we here? I'm trying to find the part where he swore at you. You remember what he said to you? Keep digging that hole, Nathan. Keep digging that hole that only a sicko digs.
No, he was on the live stream when he cursed at me. It was.
Okay. He was. Oh, so he said it. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch that goddamn thing and make sure there wasn't any bullshit that I have to correct and amend, like the part about raising my kids while I was using, which did not fucking happen. My kids got an allowance that ranged between $500 and $1,000 a month. They were not deprived.
They was living the life.
They were living the life. They were buying fucking stereos and sounds. And then one son started buying weird game shit on it was the first time. It was before Bitcoin and all that bullshit. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, okay, you're buying virtual items on the computer. And I never did understand, but he was spending a butt ton on it.
Virtual currency.
Yeah. And it's like, what are you buying exactly? But apparently you can, I don't know, resell it for other virtual currency. I'm not sure what the hell is going on. Oh, midnight is stopping in.
Yes.
Hey, I haven't. Hey, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. Why do you always forget to remove this thing?
Oh, you mean the thing that where somebody's saying something?
Yes.
I'm sorry that I forgot. I'm sorry that I've disappointed you, Midnight.
That's not enough. Okay, give me 5 push-ups. No, 500.
Okay, I'm doing them right now. Yeah, one-handed. Pretty spry for my age.
I mean, okay. Actually, you know what? This actually brings up a good question. If they released just for the hypothetical, if they released a pill that made you, I don't know, like 20 years younger, would you take it?
Me?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, good answer.
Well, wait a minute. No, if it made me 20 years younger in my mind?
No, just your body.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd go all the way back to like fucking 1 year old, I think.
Well, no.
Look,
here's the thing. With this pill, with these treatments that they're doing, all you're doing is repairing cellular damage. Okay, your mind is still you. In fact, if anything, you'll be more you because Alzheimer's patients will be able to be, I don't want to say cured, but fixed because their brains are getting cleaned.
Hell yeah,
you know what I mean?
But with me,
rejuvenation is actually a very interesting field to look into.
I pulled on a bottle of ibuprofen and it says take 2, and I'm like, fuck that. I'm taking 7. And I'm pretty sure if I had those pills, I'd end up back in the womb. I'd be like, okay, if 1 is good, then 2 must be twice as good. And 4 would be. I've never been good at reading the label and sticking to the dosage on anything in my life. Like butter, for instance, or salt. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. I put a whole fucking 8 tablespoon stick in there, man. And then I look at the refrigerator and think, should I double up? I make Thanksgiving dinner every year, and my potatoes are famous. Everybody talks about my potatoes, and what they don't know is that there's only about 10% potatoes, and it's about 90% butter. And so they're like eating potato flavored butter. Anyway, so what the fuck? I don't know. Get on with my day. I got to get back to reading some goddamn decent science instead of paying attention to all this drama. Demeter and I did a little stream yesterday on information again, and I'm going to I may have to edit a few parts out, and I'm going to put that up. I'm going to post it. We recorded it.
Okay.
That was pretty good. And a little bit about abiogenesis and stuff. Oh, what's really funny is that Anthony Maurice came on the stream, which had nothing to do with evolution or anything, and that's all he talked about is abiogenesis.
But abiogenesis is the most important thing you can talk about. Well, okay, obviously, if you have a personality.
Well, I mean, if you go to I don't know, if you go to a dinner party or something, do you sit around and say abiogenesis is false? Abiogenesis is
no,
disproven.
obviously not. Obviously not. But but if the topic comes up, or you can spend 4 years arguing over the definition of a word.
I mean, that's all he does is talk about abiogenesis, no matter where he goes. And when you look at him, he looks kind of angry.
I honestly wonder what the hell
I kind of worry about him.
get when it's evolution debunked. The final nail in the coffin. Like, motherfucker, go do some actual science and get a Nobel Prize.
Okay, his very first comment in that thread last night, which was basically to defame me, was Speed just proved abiogenesis in his toilet bowl. And then this next comment was immutable, keep lying about abiogenesis. They can't even produce life in the lab under highly manipulated conditions. His third comment, abiogenesis.
I mean, they have produced life in the lab, sort of. I really hate definitions, because how do you define life? Okay, I mean, enzymes are, for lack of a better word, alive, or they help with life processes.
But I mean, my point is that
definitions are weird.
Why was he talking about abiogenesis? And then he repeated Speed proved abiogenesis in his toilet bowl. And then I said to him, abiogenesis is false.
I never got that. Like, that's like every Christian on YouTube, like talking point. That's the one thing they argue about the most. Abiogenesis. I never understood like how.
Well, that's the thing that threatens their foundation. That's the thing they're most threatened by. So they are actually threatened by this, because if evolution and abiogenesis is not false, then their entire view of the Bible becomes non-fundamental. I mean, they have to adopt a different look at it.
Yeah, but the Bible doesn't talk about abiogenesis.
That's not
the basics.
Abiogenesis is awesome. It is literally God at this point.
Yeah. I do find that really strange how Tony just constantly repeats himself. Like, he's just absolutely obsessed with it, and he just repeats and repeats. It's that. I mean, that's really weird.
I don't know whether you guys have been around for, you probably haven't been around forever, but there was this one guy called what the hell is his name? True Empiricism, obsessed with ATP mayonnaise, or sorry, synphase, and that's all he would talk about, because that's all he read, from a nursing textbook. Like, that's all he knew, and he doesn't even fucking understand that. Basically, I was trying to draw a parallel between this guy, talking about abiogenesis every 5 minutes, and then,
Yeah, look at the. I don't know if can you see that? Is that big enough?
I'm away from the PC feeding my dog, because my dog likes to eat. Then again, who doesn't?
I don't know if I can make. I can make this bigger. I'm not sure if I make it bigger, I'm probably gonna fuck myself. Have
you already fucked yourself today?
I don't fuck myself anymore. I'm not limber enough to do that.
Come on, fatty, eat.
God, I am getting fat. That's goddamn.
No, I was talking to my dog. She's a little butterball.
Oh, me too. I'm gaining weight because of this damn pandemic thing. Mostly because I'm making dinner for my son every night, and I always kind of
Stop getting mass.
Yes.
Or weight, I guess.
It's bad, but I mean, I don't know. Seawolf is a beta clone. Big Dan, James Tour would demolish you, Professor Dave. What the hell was he talking? I mean, this is on that thread about me being fucking trash clown. Anyway, I think he initiated about 10 new people into the trash clown club last night. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't notice.
I think you were one of them. I don't know. Well, no, you were in there before, though, weren't you?
Yeah.
But Jay Pasick or Spatchcock or whatever, he really got hammered. Oh, Midnight, you were on Jay's stream last night.
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. He was talking to Praise about metaphysics and stuff, and Praise was saying all kinds of. He was kind of backing him into a corner. If we're all in God's mind, then it was interesting. It just went around and around. It was pretty wild. Jay is pretty cool. Interesting. Well, I think today I'm going to go over that debate with Mad Butthole and whatever the fuck that other guy, Praise whatever. Praise I am whatever.
Only thing I didn't like in that debate was that Amy didn't get a chance to talk more. That was it. She was very quiet during that debate.
Amy was? Really?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She usually isn't. So I don't know. The parts I heard, she did quite well. But has a sense of humor, which is interesting. Kind of smiles the whole time she's talking down to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty cool. But I think I'm gonna go over I just want to concentrate on John and Praise's arguments. I don't know if there are any good guys left in that group. I don't know. Praise maybe, but then he's got that whole. I got that whole homosexuality problem with him, so I'm not sure. But I mean, he doesn't. I don't know. I guess they all do it. I guess we all do it. We're all going to battle. Fuck them all.
But when I am their strengths, I try to come on there like open-minded, and I listen to a lot of the foolishness they talk about.
Yeah,
but it's kind of hard because it like whatever point they try to make, it doesn't make sense to me, and I try to explain it to them, but they don't understand that this shit don't make sense.
Now hold on. Just stop right there. They don't understand. Don't need to go farther.
Yeah.
Just right there. Just stop.
Well, they have when listening to Otangelo, and he's come out real heavily in the last week or so as really becoming more preachy and Bible-like. But when you listen to them, like this thing about information being immaterial and logic being immaterial, him and John Maddox, that is the theme that runs through all of their ideas, that everything has to be immaterial. And if you don't accept that, you have no idea how to even think like they think. So they'll say things that make no sense to you.
Yeah.
It's because they are foundationally coming from such a weird, different place. I mean, they think it's all spirits and weird shit like that. And it's in the mind of God or whatever Praise does. And Maddox, everything is like immaterial in the mind of God. And somehow we cannot understand their world and they cannot understand why we don't.
I sat down there and talked to Maddox, and he said that if you found a stone and the stone had a code on it, what do you think the code come from? Does it come from an intelligent designer? And I didn't understand what was his point. Like, if I was trying to understand it, but I still could not get it.
Yeah, right. If you found basically a 2004 fucking Chevy whatever Impala, would you think that it came by random chance?
Yeah, why would I think that would come by? I don't understand them. Who would think that would come by random chance?
I know. But if you found a bunch of 11-year-old girls doing a dance routine, would you think that was from random chance? Or would you think a director made them do it? I don't know.
But please, someone please explain. Like, was that child abuse? Because I was talking to David Neff in the chat yesterday, and I said that this is not child abuse, and he doubled down. He said this is child abuse. I don't understand. Is it child abuse or is
those little kids got about $100,000 each for that movie, probably, and
I'm saying it's child abuse.
yeah, and they were taken care of. And if you listen to Brooke Shields talk about her rather risque child acting career, she's a really intelligent woman. She is very educated and very intelligent. She said it was wonderful. She said it was a wonderful way to grow up, basically. That people took care of her and she had attention. And,
That's me.
All right, guys. I got to take off. I got my little granddaughter here that I got to deal with. So,
okay, I got to go deal
right.
with some stuff too, like breakfast. Okay.
All right,
So,
guys.
I gotta go deal with what the fuck am I dealing with?
School.
Yeah.
God
That's
damn it.
true.
Study.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay.
I'll be hosting. I'll be hosting. I don't know. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to go myself.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Hey, Midnight. Somebody asked me last night. Told me not to give me you my books, and I can't remember who it was. Did you
Probably
spot that?
immutable.
No, it was somebody else. It was like, I think it was a Christian or something. Said you shouldn't give him your books. And I said, yeah, but he's the only person that so far has expressed an interest. And he said, oh, I didn't know he read. Who said that? I think that might have been on Jay's stream. I think that was in his chat last night.
Honestly, I don't know, but it might have been Theo Noncog, which I wouldn't be surprised if it is Theo.
Maybe it was P. Mars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, honestly, if it is Pre-Mars, I don't really care that much. If it was Theo Noncog, I don't know.
So P. Mars said some rather intelligent things here. That
Smokey feeds so much drama content.
I should thank him.
Speed should thank Smokey. Yes.
Thank you, Stinky Snake. Thank you for spending 4 hours advertising my channel last night. I actually picked up about 10 subs, so not bad. I lost a few yesterday too when Otangelo broke up with me. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go on live, guys. No direction. Praise doesn't really know what his position is on metaphysics. Just thinks that he has to adopt Berkeley, and the fucking idealism that Praise believes in is untenable. Some smart person, Body and Soul by Moreland and Ray, I think. Now I'm not sure if they're into Berkeley and idealism, but they're into the soul crap. And Eric Hernandez gets his entire playbook from Body and Soul by Moreland and Ray.
Okay, bye everybody. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. And by waitress, I mean Speed. He needs the money.
Yeah, well, I have no way for them to tip me yet.
No, hold on. Yes, this was on yesterday Jay's stream, right? Okay, if I can go back, do you remember at what time it was?
Nick Lane? Oh yeah, the vital question. Yes, I know Nick Lane.
Speed, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What? Okay, what did you say now?
I said, do you remember what time it was on Jay's stream yesterday?
Toward the end. I was in the chat, so I don't know if you saw my chats. I think it was toward the end. Let's see. Brain bug there. Peace, not happy. I'm trying to read chats, guys. I've been lax watching chat today. I've been sort of ranty.
Okay, I'm there now. Hold on. Hey, let's in the chat in the morning. Okay.
Yeah, I have the vital question. That's a really good book, and it has a great deal of stuff in it. And yeah, I fucking read it. It's
okay. I'm looking through it now. Let me see.
Okay, we can go offline and talk about that midnight.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, I'm gonna go offline, but if you have not, I suggest everybody reads Vital Question. It's kind of thick with a lot of hypothesis and black smokers and vents and stuff, but he makes pretty good case for abiogenesis. and I thought it was a remarkable book. I forget when it was written. I think I have it sitting here somewhere, but I can't spot it right now. Anyway, I recommend that. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss chats by anybody that I should have displayed or talked about. Forgive me, guys. I'm a little distracted this morning. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna end the stream. We'll see you guys.
The vital question. Yeah, I'll definitely need to buy that book.
Yeah, and it's really, I think it's a really inexpensive little paperback, and it's not that long. It's it is a bit of a, you have to think to read it, but it's pretty fucking good. So
I mean,
maybe I'll review it sometime on a chat. Maybe we can go over it. So okay, guys, goodbye. I will be doing something else today. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe if not today, it'll be a weather report tomorrow. So thanks all for showing up. I fucking need a little love.